Please. Good afternoon. Dam Chenavik, Vladimir Katrick, Oscar Growing, Gerald Sommer, Alfred Stark, Johann Robert Rice. These are the names of Nazi officers who were listed as wanted men across the world, who were responsible for the death of more than 100,000 men and women during the World War II. In some cases, it took up to about 40 years to identify and arrest these criminals and bring them to justice. Ebrahim Raisi and Ali Khamenei belong to the same list. With the difference that we know where they are now and what they have done, and we have eyewitnesses for their crimes. I am one of those eyewitnesses. I could have easily been one of those pictures. I was imprisoned and tortured severely in 1981 in Evin prison, and with my own eyes and by hearing, witnessed fires of fire squads in Evin prison every single night, counting up to hundreds in some nights. Witnessed barbaric torture of individuals and inhumane treatment of thousands of young people who had been arrested in support of MEK. I still have physical evidence of the torture on my body, but more importantly, the psychological scar of memories of nearly half of my classmates. Hear me out, half of my classmates. Medical students at Tehran University School of Medicine who were executed by Ebrahim Raisi's death panel. Falamarz Hossein Abadi, Reza Daneshvar, Masume. And tens of others who never got the chance to finish the medical school or see their families again. Some of the family members are here among us, and some of them are in Ashraf 3, in Albania, and the rest are working toward the change of regime in Iran. Raisi and Khamenei wanted to crush any voice of dissent. From those days in Evin prison, I have carried a distinct memory with me. When they were beating me on my body with these thick electrical cables to give them information about my friends, I would repeat a citation from our leader, Masoud Rajavi, who would say, "You can break my body, but you cannot break my resolve." That citation has in spirit been carried over the past 40 years by tens of thousands of individuals. You see their pictures here, across Iran, and has connected us to today's resistance units on the streets of Tehran and many other cities who have lit up the fire of national resistance across Iran. Raisi and his co-criminals during the 1988 massacre wanted the prisoners to curse at Masoud Rajavi to save their lives. But the prisoners remained steadfast and loyal to the principles of the resistance and its leader, my hero, Masoud Rajavi. They paid the price with their lives to save a nation's soul. That's why we can get here today. And strengthen the culture of resistance against the regime, as we see today on the streets of Tehran and all 30 provinces of Iran, where people chant, death to Khamenei. It is their blood. It is their sacrifice. It is their sacrifice which has made the prospect for change of regime the most striking reality of today's Iran. Now the time has arrived for the US and the international community to realize that arrest and prosecution of criminals who are responsible for the death of 30,000 in 1988 cannot and should not wait for change of regime in Iran. As Senator Torselli told us today, we must learn from the history that waiting and appeasement only gives these criminals the delusion that the crime against humanity has been forgotten. As an eyewitness who has been the subject of crimes committed by Raisi, myself, as a physician who has recently witnessed death of nearly 450,000 Iranians by Khamenei's criminal COVID policies, I call on President Biden and the US Congress to take the lead in bringing Ebrahim Raisi and his partners to justice for genocide and crimes against humanity. Thank you.